What is up, gang? Welcome to episode 2 of my little 3-day road trip. So actually, I'm at Bonham State Park right now. I'm about to leave. Checkout's at 12. So we are actually headed now to Cooper Lake State Park, but I got to figure out where we're going. And if you're watching this right now, I am trying to upload the video from last night, which you watched last week, and I'm not having very good luck with it. Let's see if we can't figure out where we're going and how long it's going to take us to get there. So Cooper Lake State Park, directions, looks like it's going to take us 1 hour and 23 minutes. So it's not too far away. But yeah, folks, gonna head out that way and begin episode 2 of this 3-day road trip. Well, we have arrived at Cooper Lake State Park. I have a feeling that drive in might be more entertaining than the actual camping experience. I don't think I got off of a county road or a farm to market road from leaving Bonham State Park. It was an absolutely gorgeous drive, but I picked up a map here so I don't drive around for hours figuring out where I need to go. So, yeah, let's go see how good of a spot we have tonight. We'll see. Well, here's the scoop, gang. My site that I have reserved is absolutely terrible, so I'm trying to find an open spot that that has an available sign on it that hopefully I can snag, because my spot, I don't think I've seen a worse spot ever. Literally right behind my truck there was 3 tents set up. So it would not have been a very pleasant experience, but there's a few available sites that I see around here, and I'm just gonna pick one. And if I have to move, I gotta move. See, that shows available. I'm kind of just hoping for a nice relaxing little trip here. Where I was at originally would not have been. All right, well, we are here. let me show you what we're working with on this little trip. Just so you guys can see, it says available, 1 night only. Let's hope that I don't get booted out, because I might be headed home, because I'm not staying in where I originally had. But we are literally in the middle of the canopy here. This is not an electric site. Oh, it is an electric site. Okay, yeah. Not that I think I'm going to need it, but wow. Yeah, definitely is a little better than my spot, but I'm already running into spider webs. Me and spiders just don't get along. This is it. Truck, table with cobwebs all over it that I won't use. I was gonna hope to get my drone up tonight, but I mean, I've got nowhere. I am in the forest. All right, well, at least the weather is fantastic. It is 72 degrees outside right now, and it's supposed to get down into the upper 50s tonight. So it should be a really, really peaceful and not hot day, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So, all right, let's get this started. don't think I'm going to go too crazy on unpacking because I just have that bad feeling someone's going to come snag this spot. It's not even 1 o'clock, so I've got literally all day to figure out what to do. Well, we are legal now. I called the office and actually had my reservations changed to the spot so I don't have to have fear of getting booted out tonight. But there's a lot of bugs and wasps flying around, so I'm gonna hope that this Thermocell will do the trick. I gotta look on the map to figure out exactly where I'm at in the state of Texas. I know I'm east-ish Texas, but I really don't know. I'm really not positive exactly where I sit in the grand scheme of things. That's the only problem with these Thermocells, is that you got to make sure you have fuel, because if you run out of fuel, these don't work. And we're lit. Come on, buddy, do your thing. All right, well, I'm going to open up these windows and get my fan circulating some air in here at least. Get these lights cut on. There we go. Hello. Perfect. Well, obviously the plans have drastically changed. I ended up taking the hammock down simply because I couldn't lay in it and relax. I was being bombarded by flying insects that have stingers, and it wasn't very relaxing. So I took it out, and it's hotter than I thought. You know, it's only, what is the temperature? It's 82 degrees. So it feels good if you're just kind of out and about, but when you get in the back of this truck, it's hot, so I put the AC unit back in. It's starting to cool down a little bit. So I think my plan is to just straight up chill from now until I don't know, it is only 2:15 in the afternoon, but I got a couple of snacks, some fruit, wine bottle or wine glass, and I brought some wine for this trip because I envisioned me hanging out in that hammock. But we really like this wine, and it's got the name of it is Menage a Trois, okay? Yeah, I know, but it's actually really, really good wine, and this is the silk version, and it's not expensive. We're not wine connoisseurs, so I kind of stole this from our little wine cabinet on the trip. So I'm gonna pour a glass of this, and I think I'm gonna sit back and relax and read my book that I brought. So I brought Harlan Coben, The Innocent. And if you guys don't know Harlan Coben, he's a mystery suspense type writer. Really good books, really, really easy to read, really hard to put down once you get into it. And you can go through one of these books in a day or two if you have nothing else to do, like what I do right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is give this book a shot. We're gonna open up some wine. I got some yummy, yummy rice cakes. They're actually pretty good. They're the caramel rice cakes. And we're just gonna have a nice little relaxing afternoon, since you basically have seen the entire area that I can show you. I am in the middle of the trees. That's what you saw. Trying not to kill this cork. because I'll be in serious trouble if I drink this whole bottle of wine today. There we go. That should get me started. Cheers, ladies and gents. Thanks for tagging along if you made it this far. I know I'm just into the video, but thanks. That's really good. I'm not a big wine drinker, but it's really good. Is that gonna show up? It's not too strong, it's not too dry, it's not too sweet. It's kind of right in the middle. Right. Harlan Coben, The Innocent. To commence. Wonder if I can see without these lights. Nope. All right. Well, all right, gang. 2 glasses of wine, some turkey sticks, and a few chapters of that book, and I am ready for dinner. I am hungry. I've only had a little cup of oatmeal today when I left the other park, so I'm pretty hungry. But let's head outside and kind of see what's going on out here. Get this door closed before all kinds of goodies go in there. So let me take you for a little walk and kind of show you. I took you guys on a walk when I first got here, but I don't know, something happened with the file. So basically, gang, there's not a lot for me to do at this spot because this is all that there is. Pretty much all around me is just, I'm kind of back here in the middle of a thicket of trees. And there's just one loop of camp. It's a bigger loop than the last campground, but there's just one loop of camp spots, and it's just pretty quiet back here. It's a nice peaceful campground, but there's just not a lot to do. There is a lake here, but it's not anywhere near where I'm at. You probably saw it from the drone footage, but it's a fairly good sized lake, but I didn't see any lakefront RV sites. I'm sure that there are some lakefront camp spots, RV spots, but of course those are probably all taken this week. But I just keep walking, and there's like a little, kind of like a little trail back here. It goes all the way down there, and then if you follow it, it goes back there. But I kind of walked it, and there's really nothing there. It just keeps going into trees. So now is about the time when all my spider friends start coming down from the trees, and I can see them now because the sun's illuminating their webs. But yeah, this is it. So you don't always get a perfect camp spot right by the water with a ton of things to do, so I'm kind of using this little camping trip as just time to just literally just relax and chill and kind of hit reset button. But that's where we stand for this trip. So I'm gonna get my grill out, and we're gonna set it up here on the table, and we're gonna get dinner going because I'm hungry. well, it might not look like much, but I can promise you it smells fantastic, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I think it calls for another small glass of wine. And so all this is just a all beef Nolan Ryan piece of hamburger patty, some caramelized onions with a little bit of butter, and I had to get canned mushrooms this time because I couldn't find any fresh mushrooms, believe it or not, at the store. So hopefully they'll be okay. But it smells so fantastic. And I kind of miss not having a cooler in here because I use it as my table. But I'm just ready to dig into this. Oh, and of course A1 sauce. You gotta have A1 on this, or it's just not the same. Let's dig in. Get some mushrooms, a lot of onions. I don't know if I was, again, just that hungry or if this really is that good, but it's pretty good. And I'm going to inhale this. I wish I would have brought 2 patties. Oh, that's good. Well, I'd say I enjoyed that. That tasted so good. I think I was just that hungry, but it still tasted really good. It's probably the easiest, one of the easiest meals that you can make. There's really nothing to it, and I think the A1 is the kicker. That's the secret sauce. That's the secret ingredient to make this stuff taste really, really good. Movie time, ladies and gentlemen. So, kind of got a headache, probably from the 2 glasses of wine. So I took some Tylenol, but don't really feel like reading anymore. So I think we're gonna enjoy a movie. But I got so many good movies that I downloaded. Should not be bored at all tonight. So I think the up for grabs tonight is gonna be The Pacific. And I think that was an HBO special that just got put on Netflix. And honestly, anything directed by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks, I'm all for it. So we're gonna get that going. I haven't seen this. I heard it's really, really good though. There's 10 episodes. So if it is good, I got a lot to watch. Good morning. What a night. Oh my gosh. I gotta get up. We gotta talk about this one. Alright, here comes the lights. Well, I got the infamous knock on the window last night, and I always see a lot of videos claiming that happens, and I always think they're just kind of clickbait videos, and don't really believe them, but I can promise you, I got a knock on my window at around 1 a.m. last night, and I had my projector screen up still, so I couldn't really see who it was. So I got a device just in case I needed something, and I pulled this projector screen back, and there was about 5 park rangers standing out there with shovels and flashlights. And I couldn't really understand exactly what they were. Well, let me back up. First, I opened up the back of the glass once I could figure out that they were park rangers, because I saw their uniforms. But I guess they were looking for a water valve, a shutoff valve, and there's a lot of leaves on the ground and yada yada yada. They couldn't find it, so they were right outside my truck digging around looking for it to, I guess, shut off the water. They had a water leak somewhere, I don't know. But at 1 in the morning, kind of waking you up from a dead sleep, 5 people standing outside your truck with flashlights, it woke me up. But now I can say that I finally got the knock on the truck, on the window, but and obviously I'm different clothes, guys. It is. I knew it was going to get a little bit cooler. It's 48 degrees here right now, and I woke up around 4 a.m. just cold. So luckily I brought this hoodie and a pair of sweatpants. That's why I got up and got them out of the inside of my truck. So here we are. Good morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I could probably go back to sleep for a few more hours. But my wife just called, and she was at 151 Coffee in the drive-thru on the speakerphone just ordering coffee, and she had Pickles and Pig with her. And the lady that was giving her the coffee asked if that was Pickles, and I could hear her talking. I heard the whole thing happen, and my wife said, "Yeah, this is Pickles." And she's, "Oh my gosh, the guy in front of you that just pulled through recognized her from YouTube and wasn't sure if that was Pickles or not." So Pickles is a YouTube star. That's crazy. She's only been on a few videos, so somebody in our hometown at 151 Coffee recognized Pickles. So that's always fun. Poor pig. But yeah, so it's been quite the morning. I think I'm gonna get some of the stuff cleaned up, and I'll catch back up with you folks here in a little bit. Probably gonna lay back down. I won't be able to go back to sleep, but I don't know if you heard that, because my neighbors are awake now that moved in at 2 a.m. So, well, this has been quite the trip. This park, very interesting park. If you can't tell, I'm a little excited to hit the next one today. But yeah, folks, I'll see you here in a little bit when I get some coffee brewing. I got my coffee brewed already, and I think I'm going to move on to plan B, because right outside there's a pretty big group of people. They're out there picnicking, barbecuing, having a good time, but it's difficult to film, and I think I'm just going to try something different here. I'm going to stay in this park, but I'm going to go to someplace else, and I'm hoping I can get a little bit more, a little bit peace and quiet than what I have right here. So we're going to go try to find the lake, because it's only 9:30, and I don't have to check out until 12. So I'm going to get everything loaded up, and hang tight with me for just a little bit, and I'm going to see if my plan works out. Because it can't be any worse in here. So we'll see you folks in a second. Well, this was quite an entertaining trip for me. I have no idea how this video is going to turn out, but we're leaving. We're checking out of this spot. I'm going to go see if I can't find somewhere else to kind of hang out for at least a little bit of the day before we head off to our third lake today. But I got to find a dumpster, and I got to go try to find a place to hopefully park next to a lake that is legal. Well, Pretty sad, but the best spot that I've had here at this trip is at the public boat ramp. So I think we're gonna get out. I'm gonna actually set up my hammock on the back and maybe take a little nap or read a book or something. I don't know. I got a few hours to kill before I gotta leave, so yeah, I guess make the best with what you got. And that is set up. There is no one here at this boat ramp yet. I say that and watch, it'll be 5,000 other boats to pull up now, but this actually has a totally different vibe to it than way back there in the thicket where I was at. But maybe you can see here, that's where I'm gonna be hanging out as long as I can, as long as someone comes and tells me this is for boats only, which it is. So we'll see how long it takes. This really isn't all that bad, gang. If I don't get kicked out, I could easily see myself taking a little nap right here. Well, believe it or not, that actually felt pretty good. It is now 11:30, so I was hanging out in the hammock for about an hour, way back there. But I haven't seen one boat, so I don't know if this boat ramp's closed. I don't know what's going on with it, but I wanted to walk down here and show you folks that, yeah, this state park does have a lake, and it's actually really pretty down here compared to the blunder that I was at last night. Get closer down here to the lake, but yeah, I'm surprised that I haven't seen one boat. It's really windy out here. I don't know if that's keeping them away, but yeah, not one person. I probably would have preferred to just put a tent right here last night. I feel like that would have been a little bit more enjoyable. What is this? It's a crazy looking skeleton. Oh God. Huh, don't know what that is. Yeah, I really think that I would have liked to have put a tent up right here. I know you can't, but I feel like it would have been a little more peaceful and a little more scenic for this video. So if any of you folks out here have been to Cooper Lake, let me know if the fishing's good or what's up with the no boats out here. There's no signs that it's closed, so I don't know, but gang, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I'll be the first to admit it was a little bit slow, but my site was a little difficult to film at, and I can't get a good spot every time. Let's hope that where I'm headed to today is gonna be a little bit better. Fingers crossed. I don't know how it's gonna pan out, but I got about an hour and a half drive to the new lake, and we'll be there tonight and call this 3-night road trip Dunskies. So folks, thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.